Hello. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hurt, Heal, Become podcast, where we will hurt, we will heal, and we will become. All right. I am your host, Monique LeRae. That's my middle name. Monique LeRae. And you can meet me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 a.m. Central, streaming on all major podcast platforms, now including YouTube. Okay. Listen, today's podcast episode, let's talk about it. That situation that you are stressed out about, God already turned it around. Do you hear me? That relationship that seems to be falling apart, God already turned it around. Those kids that seem to not be able to get right, God has already turned it around. How many times have we spent countless minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and even years worried about situations, and then God turns it around, and then it seems as if we never even had that situation occur in our lives. It seems as if we never even had to jump over those obstacles and those hurdles. It seems as if we never even had to shed a tear about what we were stressed out about. It seems like it never even happened after God does what he does. I need you right now to look every situation in the face that you may feel is opposing you, that you may feel is against you, that you may feel has nothing to do with your purpose, that you may feel overwhelmed by, that may have you stressed out. I need you to look it in the face right now and remind that situation that God has already turned it around. God has already turned it around millions and millions of times before, not just in your life, but in the lives of other people. God has turned it around in the lives of people whose situations are far greater, far deeper, and far more horrific than what you're facing today. I need you to understand. That when things like this occur, when situations occur, when there's something opposing that you feel like is opposing you, when there's things coming against you, when there's everything seems to be falling apart, God is using those things to build you up. God is using those things to build you up and to become who he created you to be. Remember the name of this podcast. We will hurt. Yeah, them things is falling apart. Oh my goodness, I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm filled with anxiety. I may be depressed. I don't want to get out the bed. I don't have a solution. I don't have the answer. I don't have the money. I don't have the tools. I don't have the resources. Yes, we will hurt, but we will heal. Listen, God is a healer. Jesus is the number one healer. Do you hear me? I can go and get resources and find my healing. I can go and get information and find my healing. I can go and become the answer to this problem, and we will become, because in the going of going to get what you need, you become a greater person. You become a greater version of yourself. You become more than you were than the day before. Do you understand me? So I need you to look that adversity in the eye right now and remind the adversity, God already turned it around. I've seen him do it before. I've seen him do it in my life. I've seen him do it in my family's lives. I've seen him do it in my siblings' lives. I've seen him do it in my kids' lives. I've seen him do it in my kids' fathers' lives. Do you hear me? I've seen him do it in my finances. I've seen him do it in my business. I've seen him do it in my content. I've seen him do it in my influence. I've seen him do it in my words. I've seen him do it. God has already turned it around. I've seen him do it in my health. I've seen him do it in my mind. I've seen him do it in my maturity. I've seen him do it. God has already turned it around. In the meantime, what do you do? What do you do while you're waiting on God to turn it around? In fact, it's already turned around. You just can't see it in the physical. Because God is not panicking upstairs saying, oh, I can't believe this person did that. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to get that person out of that. No, God knew the end in the beginning. Do you hear me? So it's already done in the spiritual. You just got to bring that answer down to the physical. And so what do you do? What gets God to move? Praise. Do you hear me? A crazy worship, a crazy praise. Do you understand? A crazy rejoice gets God to move. A crazy worship gets God to move. A crazy praise gets God to move. Crazy faith gets God to move. Crazy gratitude gets God to move. Come on. Rejoice. Rejoice in what you do have. Praise God for going through this situation. Praise God that it's you and nobody else. Because who you wishing something else on? Come on. When we ask questions like, God, why me? Who else? Who else? In fact, if you were in the room with people and everybody had to lay their problems down on the floor and then people just ran up and grabbed the problem, you may pick up a problem too heavy that wasn't even yours to bear and not have the capacity or the feet to fill the shoes of the person that was supposed to bear it. But right now, in your mind, in your eyes, in your perspective, your situation looks so grave. Your situation looks like you'll never make it out. Your situation looks too hard for God to handle. And God is saying, I already turned it around. I just need you to give me a crazy praise. I just need you to worship me every day. I just need you to be grateful for what you have. I just need you to be grateful that it's happening to you and not anybody else and none of your kingdom brothers or sisters. I just need for you to trust me. God has already turned it around. Do you understand? Believe that. Receive that on today. It is already turned around, and it's turned around in your favor. It's turned around in your favor. Thank you. I am Monique LeRae. Remember, here we will hurt, we will heal, absolutely, and we will become. Do you hear me? Meet me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 a.m. Central. You can now catch this podcast on YouTube as well and streaming on all major podcast platforms. Talk to you soon. Bye.